Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football. As usual, I'm your host Selassie Fiawi. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have some interesting news for you. Update on Coach Kwesi Appiah, as I brought you earlier on this channel in a video. His future with the Black Stars is going to continue, as I said, after his meeting with the president. And reports in local media are suggesting that he will be given a 2-year contract extension, meaning Coach Kwesi Appiah will be with us for the AFCON 2021 qualifiers, and also he might take us to the main tournament in 2021 because this 2-year contract extension will make it that way. I'm also going to talk to you about Ghanaian player Rahman. Chelsea are listening to offers for the player, as well as Metz player Boye. He's set to join BURSASPOR in Turkey. As usual, if you're new to the channel, I advise you to subscribe to the channel and to click on the notification bell to get more updates. So I brought you here on this channel a few weeks ago after the AFCON 2019 disappointment that Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah's future was in limbo, and it was going to be decided after a crunch meeting with the president. It was decided that we will look for longevity instead of a new coach, and longevity with Coach Kwesi Appiah is what was the mantra, and he was going to be maintained. Now reports in local media suggest he could be with us for a further 2 years. He's here to get a further 2-year contract extension that will keep him in the Ghana post as the head of the Black Stars for the next 2 years into 2021 African Cup of Nations that will be taking place in Cameroon. Yes, so Coach Kwesi Appiah reports indicate that he will have a 2-year contract extension, and many people are not happy with that. Now the reports in local media are suggesting that Coach Kwesi Appiah will be with the Ghana Black Stars until 2021. Now the 51-year-old's contract will expire this December. Reports are stating that he will be handed a 2-year extension. According to the reports, the president of Ghana has directed the normalization committee of the FA to hand a fresh contract to the experienced trainer. Kwesi Appiah was appointed the head coach of the Black Stars in 2017. He guided them to the knockout stages of the African Cup of Nations, which I have to say was the worst performance by Ghana in the African Cup of Nations since 2006. And Coach Kwesi Appiah is being given a contract extension for that. The aim here is for longevity, and the president has already said it in a previous video that he would give him the needed materials he needs to perform well as the Black Stars coach. But what do you think about all these things concerning Coach Kwesi Appiah? Is it right for him to still be at the post, at the helm of affairs after the performance at AFCON 2019? Many people are not happy about this, and I have to say, who would you have replaced Coach Kwesi Appiah, in all honesty? Because once we have a new coach replacing Coach Kwesi Appiah, many Ghanaians I have heard from the grapevine want a foreign coach. The same Ghanaians, when a foreign coach comes, as Abraham Grant did, was taking over $50,000, and a lot of Ghanaians were bickering over what exactly he was doing, and he was getting such money. And Coach Kwesi Appiah is taking $35,000. When a foreign coach comes in and is taking more money, more Ghanaians will start complaining when he's not delivering the results and all that. But I don't know. The Coach Kwesi Appiah dilemma. There are so many candidates that can replace him. My problem is not with the replacement. I think KANO particular for him, and KANO, many will say he needs more time with the youth teams. But I don't know. What do you think? Who would you replace Coach Kwesi Appiah with? I have to ask. Who would you replace Coach Kwesi Appiah with? The foreign manager will charge more, will cost more. Do you mind that he will cost more as long as he brings the results? I wouldn't mind. I know I wouldn't mind as long as the results are guaranteed. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Coach Kwesi Appiah, as it stands now, will be the head coach of the Black Stars until 2021, probably take us to the 2021 African Cup of Nations. And a lot of coaches have quit following the AFCON 2019 disappointment. Ghana are sticking to their guns with Coach Kwesi Appiah. What do you think? Your thoughts in the comments box are welcome. I move on to my next story, and it's about Ghanaian player Boye. Boye, we all know, helped Metz move into the French League this season, and it's looked like Metz want to offload him. They are listening to offers from BURSASPOR, who have expressed an interest in Boye. John Boye, Turkish side BURSASPOR have opened negotiations to sign Ghanaian defender John Boye from Metz. Now, according to reports in Turkey, Boye has been targeted by BURSASPOR, who view him as a great addition to their squad ahead of the new season. The fee negotiations are set to be ongoing, but it's not clear for how much a deal is being discussed at this time. The 32-year-old appears to not be in the plans of Metz coach Frederic Antonetti this season, and he would consider the move. He was an unused substitute as the French club opened their Ligue 1 campaign with a 1-1 stalemate on Sunday. Boye was influential in Metz promotion to the top flight, making 36 appearances. So that's the story there with John Boye. Metz are looking to offload him. The coach doesn't see him as part of his plans, but for a player who helped his team into the league, I would wonder why the coach would be thinking that, hey, stranger things have happened. But what do you think? Do you think John Boye should make this move to BURSASPOR in Turkey? Will it be a great move for him, or should he fight for his place in Metz? Your thoughts are welcome in the comments box. Now from another Ghanaian player to another one, and it has to do with Rahman. Yes, Rahman, as we all know, is a Chelsea player, and he was been on loan with Schalke. When came back to Chelsea, went back to Schalke, and Rahman right now is back with Chelsea after his loan stint with Stade Rennes, where he impressed, I have to say, and even earned a call-up to the AFCON 2019 squad. Now, Rahman right now, Chelsea are looking to offload him permanently, I have to say, and they have cut the price of the Ghanaian player. Now, Chelsea are reportedly willing to accept a cut price offer for their left back Rahman, as several clubs show interest in the Ghanaian. Signed for £40 million 5-year deal from Bundesliga side Augsburg to Stamford Bridge in 2015. Unfortunately, he failed to make the cut, and injury further diminished his chances, forcing the club to send him on loan to Schalke 04 in 2016, before later going to French League 1 outfits Rennes. But with Fiorentina, Inter Milan and Dutch side Ajax, as well as others knocking on the doors of Chelsea for the player, Chelsea are set to reduce the fee of the 25-year-old to allow for suitors to price him away. According to Spanish newspaper AS, the Ghanaian international has become a potential target for these clubs following his stellar performance at the African Cup of Nations. Now, Baba's outstanding role in the last African Cup of Nations, 3 games, 2 assists, in which he excelled with Ghana to the point of being included in the ideal 11 of the tournament by the renowned Instat, has placed him in the advantageous position in the market, the newspaper reported. Now, the report indicates that his high wage bill would not pose any challenge to the suitors because the Stamford Bridge club was prepared to foot part of Rahman's wage bill. His high salary is not going to be a handicap because Chelsea could agree to pay it in part, and in case he received sports project that would fully convince him, he would even accept to lower his token. Given how we are not as keen on retaining a player who has just 1 year left on his contract, here's reports that Chelsea might be willing to accept a reduced transfer fee for the highly promising youngster from the Bundesliga. So that's the story there with Rahman. Chelsea looking to cut the price for him. Do you think he should leave Chelsea? Is leaving Chelsea the best decision for Rahman right now? Your thoughts are welcome in the comments box. Right now, it looks like Chelsea coach Frank Lampard does not include him in his plans, and it would be in his best interest to leave the club. But your thoughts are welcome in the comments box. Where do you think Rahman should go next? He is now with Chelsea, but not in the first team fray. Your thoughts are welcome. My final story has to do with Kumasi Asante Kotoko striker George Abege. Yes, Abege came out under immense pressure after he failed to score in his opening game for Kumasi Asante Kotoko versus KANO Pillars of Nigeria in the first leg of the CAF Champions League. Now, Abege has responded to those critics saying that he should have caught running in the opening game against KANO Pillars. He says Cristiano Ronaldo even had to take time before he starts scoring goals for Juventus. That's interesting there from George Abege. Abege joined the Porcupine Warriors on a 3-year contract from Kenyan side Kariobangi Sharks last month. The Ugandan international however, failed to get off the mark since joining the club. The lanky frontman made reference to Ronaldo's early dry spell after joining Juventus from Spanish giants Real Madrid. The 5-time Ballon d'Or winner went 5 games without netting in his first competitive goal for the Turin-based side. Abege has used the Portuguese as his case study and says, "It was good. It was a good game to us and a good test. I would like to appreciate the mentality of the players because going away and getting a convincing result is worthwhile." When Ronaldo made the move from Real Madrid to Juventus, he played a number of games before scoring his first goal. Goals will also be difficult to score, but we keep on working and the rest will follow. If you don't concentrate on being disciplined and working towards achieving your goals, it will always be difficult. So that's George Abege there saying, even Ronaldo, the legendary Ronaldo, struggled. How much more him, George Abege? On that note, I bring an end to today's news, talking to you about Coach Kwesi Appiah, his contract with the Black Stars to be extended a further 2 years into 2021. Probably he will lead us to the 2021 African Cup of Nations World Cup qualifiers also. It's likely he will be at the helm when we are playing that as well. And also Kumasi Asante Kotoko striker George Abege says even Cristiano Ronaldo struggled to open a scoring account for Juventus. How much more him, George Abege? I've also been speaking to you about 2 Ghanaians who are set to be on the move. First, John Boye, set to make it out of Metz into BURSASPOR in Turkey. Whether that is a right move, whether he will accept that, more details will follow. And also Rahman, Chelsea ready to cut the price for him. How do you think about that? I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your weekend and say a prayer for the Ghana under-20 side who will be taking on Burundi tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. in the All Africa Games football edition.